Ask and ye shall receive. I mentioned some all-22 film breakdown on this channel, and a lot of people said, yes, do it. So we'll see how well it does, how well you guys like it. I do want to say this right off the rip. This isn't going to be a traditional film breakdown where we look at a play. We talk about the scheme. Oh, this player did a good thing. This player did a bad thing. I went through the entire game, and I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me show you here. I got the plays right here. 6 plays that stuck out to me positively, negatively, and I want to talk about specific wrinkles in each play that stood out to me that I don't think maybe the people that do the typical film study would point out. Now, I don't watch those other videos, so maybe they are pointing all this stuff out, and I'm just a moron that's repeating everything that's being said. But I do think there are different aspects of the play that lead into how this team could look in the future and how we were able to use the opponent that we played, specifically the Patriots, to their own disadvantage, targeting specific players, using the situation in the game to our advantage, and it all comes down to the talent on the field and the coaching. So, look, I think I'm just going to get right into it here. We're going to pull up the first play, and it is literally the first play of the game. It's Brock Bowers, and it is probably what does it say here? 23-yard completion. So let's share the screen right here. Now, we're going to watch the play initially, right? And then we're going to really talk about what stood out to me. Because, again, you could talk about the scheme and everything. Okay, Jacoby's going to the left side here. You've got Jacoby, you've got Trey, you've got Michael Mayer in motion, and Brock Bowers split out wide. Ashton Genty, by the way, real quick, everyone was like, oh, he's not going to be in his stance. He was in his stance the whole game. He stood straight up. Were they playing mind games with us? Anyway, let's continue and watch this, and then I'll tell you what stood out to me. So Jacoby goes in motion. Brock knows it's zone, Brock and Gino know it's zone. First down. Okay, so here's what I want to discuss, and we've got this angle here is the only angle we need to see because the protection held up just enough for Gino to get the ball out, right? As you can see, he takes a hit at the end of the play, but it wasn't the worst hit he's ever taken. What I love right off the rip here is I want you to pay attention to who they went right at to start the game. Who's this right here? Robert Spillane. There is a theme hidden in the film here that they went right at Robert Spillane many times with different pass catchers to expose maybe the lack of an ability to cover in the middle of the field. And I heard everybody say it. My dad was telling it to me in the middle of the game. I can't believe we let Spillane walk right out the door. And we went right at him on the first play. Obviously, Gino takes the hit. Brock makes the play. Again, this is not going to be your average film session. I want to find the nuggets of every single play. And I love that we didn't run motion one time in the preseason. We get a Jacoby Myers motion. Nobody sticks with them. They're either passing it off or it's zone. And the second that Gino has time here with the play action, he's looking at the defense to show, okay, it looks like a zone because there's 3 guys in the middle here. Nobody's covering anybody. The offensive line picks it up. He knows it's zone. Brock's going to be open immediately. Right over Spillane for the first down. Second play here let's talk about is the Trey Tucker touchdown. So first of all, let's just enjoy it because it was an absolute delight to watch. And Trey Tucker's going to be awesome this year. No doubt about it. Now, what you have to understand here is that this was third down. This was 3rd and 11. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11, right? Gino calls for not max protect because Michael Mayer, he stays here to block, but then he leaks out eventually, and Ashton also blocks as well. They blitzed one person, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people rushing, and the offense needs the offensive line to hold up on this play because Gino knows I'm going to Trey all day. He's faster than anybody else on this field. What you have to understand here about the defense that the Patriots ran, look at the middle of the field here. They are expecting us to try to throw the ball underneath to get the first down. The first down yard marker is around right here, right? 5, 10. It's around right here, okay? This is where they're playing. We ran 3 routes beyond the line to gain with the primary target being a touchdown on 3rd and 11. Look, you can see the first down marker right here. He's beyond, way beyond. He's definitely beyond. Is either Jack Bech or Brock Bowers? I think it's Brock Bowers. He's beyond as well. Michael Mayer was the only one that was underneath. which tells you that we had no intention of throwing the ball right here, which is where the Patriots thought we were going to go, with 3 defenders essentially wasting their time here. You don't have 2 spies on Gino Smith. Trey Tucker burns the guy for a touchdown. Watch it from this angle here. DJ Glaze gets pushed back a little bit, but again, it's enough time. That's an NFL clean pocket. Obviously, look, these 3 defenders are doing nothing. Michael Mayer was never going to get the ball. Gino, the whole time, from the second he hikes the ball, look where his eyes go. Trey Tucker, Trey Tucker, Trey Tucker, Trey Tucker, Trey Tucker. Arm angle. Touchdown Raiders. Brock Bowers is celebrating. That is a prime example of using the situation of the game to your advantage. What we have to understand is that this team just showed they are going to be uber aggressive. I didn't pull up the Dante Thornton 3rd and 20 because we all saw how wide open he was. There were multiple people wide open on that play. It was a rain ball. It was a little underthrown. Dante came back to catch it. But what's important about that play is the idea that we were going to throw it deep on 3rd and 20. And that play right there shows you that we're going to take advantage of people's lack of understanding of how aggressive we can be with the offensive weapons that we have. So the 3rd play here is not a great play. It's the Gino Smith interception. And this is actually, now look, it's not a great decision by Gino Smith. He could have thrown this ball away. But this is an example of coaching getting the best of us in this particular instance. So we're going to watch the play. And I want you guys to try to, by the way, that's kind of a fun game here to play. Figure out like what I'm going to point out here as you watch this play develop. So it's play action. Good time, right? All the time in the world, you would say. Tipped up, picked off, right? Let's watch it from this angle one more time here. Play action, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. I mean, even if he held on to it for a couple more seconds, he would have had all day to throw. So what's the issue? Why would he make such a poor decision? Here's what happened. Here's exactly what happened. Gino, before this play, he's barking out signals, and he calls for max protect. A safety comes up here, and he thinks the blitz is coming. There's multiple people here. He thinks they're sending at least 5 guys, right? 4 guys rush. It's a standard 4-yard or 4-person rush. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people blocking 4. Everybody else drops back. So now you've got, this is a deep shot off of a blitz that Gino Smith thought was coming. But look once the play develops. There's a double team here. There's a double team here. Nobody's open. The best thing you could do is throw it out of bounds. Maybe throw it right now to Trey Tucker. That's a tough throw. Or try to scramble out to the right. But you could see on this angle, when Gino Smith looks at what he has, right? So we hike the ball here. Ashton standing up like Michael Myers. He looks and he goes, uh-oh, nobody's open. See, you see that little hesitation? That little split second where he goes, uh-oh, they're not blitzing right here, look. There, right there. So now he's like, okay, I got Brock Bowers. Let's try to make a play. Underthrown ever so slightly. A tipped ball that goes backwards right into the hands of the Patriots. That is not a good decision, but that is a cautionary tale of how we didn't scheme that correctly and how either it was Gino or the play call that called for a shot down the field that did not work because they only sent 4 pass rushers. So, that's not great, obviously. But that was the only big-time mistake that Gino Smith made. Okay, so let's go Brock Bowers, short for long here. This was a really good play, 38 yards. And this is all on Chip Kelly, by the way. So let's watch how this play develops here before we discuss a little bit. Gino looking, steps up. Brock Bowers, see ya. So here's what I love about this play. What I absolutely love about this play. This was a bunch formation here out to the right. You've got the speedster, and you've got Michael Mayer and Brock Bowers. And who do they go after again? Robert Spillane. The cushion is off Brock Bowers. They run sort of a cross kind of thing. Michael Mayer takes this defender out, and Brock Bowers is gone, right? All you need for this play to work is for the protection. So let's check out the protection. Again, going right at Spillane. Protection's perfect. Protection is absolutely perfect. And they rush 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 guys. This is the key here. And he keeps Ashton Genty, and Ashton Genty holds up his blocking perfectly. Colton Miller buries his guy. Sit down, little boy. Double team here. Parham is always on an island because he's a dog. DJ Glaze holds up his end of the bargain. Brock Bowers is open. Here's the main thing that I want to talk about with this play in particular. If you send 6 guys and don't get home, people are going to be wide open, because I want you to look at this. As Gino throws a strike to Brock Bowers, right? Michael Mayer also has multiple steps on Robert Spillane. Jacoby Myers right here has a step on who's guarding him. Trey Tucker also has one-on-one, and there's a safety in no man's land doing absolutely nothing. Look at this play developing. You've got boom, boom, boom. 3 different guys you could throw the ball to. If you blitz against this team, like the Patriots did a lot, and you don't get home, and they got home 4 times, but if you do not get home, it's going to be a major problem for you. So what is Harbaugh and Monken and the Chargers going to take from this? Todd Monken is the offensive or defensive coordinator? Help me out there. I'm not positive. What is Harbaugh going to take from this? We can't blitz too often. We got to just get there with 4 guys. And if they don't blitz too often, and if they don't stack the box, who's going to have a day? Ashton Jeanty. Because the Patriots went out of their way to say, okay, Dante Thornton, okay, Trey Tucker, okay, Geno Smith, prove it. Prove that you can burn us if we don't get home. And time and time again, we proved it. Harbaugh, I assume, is not going to blitz as much, which means expect a bigger day for Ashton Jeanty. Speaking of Ashton Jeanty, I want to take a look at his touchdown run, because this was an absolutely incredible play by Dylan Parham. So let's check this out here a little bit. Let's just let it play out. Or not Dylan Parham, Jordan Meredith. So Ashton gets, initially kind of clocked, and then he's in the end zone. Notice again how it was Robert Spillane who maybe had a chance there and couldn't bring him down. But here's what I want to focus on. Watch Jordan Meredith this entire play. Hikes the ball, pushes one guy to the left, gets Spillane out of the way. A little alley for Ashton Jeanty. That was absolutely incredible, okay? One more time here. Look at Ashton in the little alley he gets because of Jordan Meredith. Ball's hiked. He double teams with Parham to start the initial window. Then he immediately gets off of him, gets just a little bit of body on Spillane, pushes him out of the way enough, and then all that it takes is a little hole. And then at the end, after blocking 2 different people to spring Ashton Jeanty open, Jordan Meredith pushes Ashton Jeanty into the end zone. That is an incredible play. Not much to it there, but an incredible play. The next play I want to talk about is this deep play to Brock Bowers. Now, again, speaking of, look up top, by the way, Dante Thornton. Snaps this guy's ankles. Goodbye. He's wide open, but, we weren't looking there. That could have been a touchdown if we were looking there, but the primary's on this side. So, again, what's happening here? They send a rusher, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't get home initially. Gino has to step up, make an unbelievable throw. I need to show you how unbelievable this throw is from the other angle. Okay? Look at this other angle. This is not a clean pocket. This is not a pocket that he can step up into. He has to throw from right there. He cannot step up. This is all pure arm talent. Parham's guy is right in his grill. That is not an easy throw to make. Over a defender. Fading away, Brock Bowers first down. Incredible. Trey Tucker loves it. I couldn't be happier with this offense. And last but not least, Trey deep over the middle again. This is actually going to be focused on Jacoby Myers as well, just because I love Jacoby Myers. But here's the last play I want to talk about. Play action again. They send another rusher. It doesn't get home. Perfect. Bang. First down. But I want you to keep an eye on Jacoby Myers as well. Look at a play here that Chip Kelly schemed up. Again, if they blitz and they don't get home, their goose is cooked, because look at Jacoby Myers. If Gino came over here and saw him, this was another touchdown. But what I love about this play is that even though Jacoby was wide open, Trey Tucker catches the ball, and look at Jacoby. Look at him. Oh, it's cut off. Yeah, look, first down. Celebrating with his teammates. This guy asked to be traded, doesn't get the ball when he's wide open, and loves every second of his guy, Trey Tucker, making a play. I absolutely love that Jacoby Myers was able to celebrate. And that was, again, this is good by JPJ, getting this guy off. Colton Miller's just sticking whoever's blitzing. Perfect throw. So the moral of the story for, I think, this first film session that we've done here is that people better be careful blitzing against us. I think that could be a real issue for teams moving forward. And if they don't blitz and they don't stack the box, Ashton Genty's going to run on you all day. Because that was a large part of the issue, is the interior offensive line having to account for multiple blitzers and rushers that the Patriots were sending. So I think there's a lot to like about that film in particular. Let me know if you guys liked this first attempt at this. I'll keep going if you guys keep watching and hitting that like button and commenting away. Shout out to my $5 and $10 patrons and my YouTube members. You can join. Links in the description below for all that stuff. Discord linked in the description below. Please be sure to subscribe. It's free after no charge to you. I love you guys, and I will see you next time.